It takes a lot to surprise me in the true crime world. You can call it a side effect of covering killers and thieves and crooks and scammers for more than 35 years. But Amanda C. Riley, a.k.a. Scamanda, she got my attention. Actually, she got under my skin. And I think the same thing has happened to millions of you. Certainly millions of listeners who binged on the podcast Scamanda and then shot that podcast to the top of the charts, where it has remained for almost 2 years. It is such a blockbuster that ABC and Hulu turned it into a limited series for television. You heard me, television, where, you know, limited series are rarely told. That's the domain of streamers like Netflix and HBO and stuff. But this week on Thursday night, ABC is dropping its final episode of Scamanda. And I can tell you, they are breaking some new ground and unearthing more maddening details about this scam queen. If you need a primer, Amanda C. Riley is the most exquisite liar and thief I've ever come across. She stole a husband, a daughter, and mountains of money from churches, cancer victims, school teachers, and everybody in between. I know it may not seem like much, but Amanda stole people's souls. She weaved herself deep into their worlds, and she robbed them blind while they cared for her and helped her or prayed for her. And the lengths that she went to, that is what was so jaw-dropping. Aside from the massive scam of pretending that she constantly was dying of cancer and having her friends, her fellow congregants, or even strangers pay for her bills and her care and look after her kids and send her on trips, while all that was happening, she pulled a side scam as a school principal by fudging that she was getting a master's at Stanford.
She wasn't going to stop. And sure enough, someone said to me, well, you know, Amanda's now going to be principal at an elementary school in Gilroy. She moved 40 minutes away, and I just knew this school was going to be her next target.
And lo and behold, it was. Scamanda held a cancer fundraiser for herself and another teacher who was really dying of cancer. And Scamanda helped herself to more than half of the proceeds. Her lies ran so deep that many of her victims wouldn't even abandon her after the police charged her as a fraudster.
I had no doubt about it at all. I mean, to a fault.
At what point in the process did you call her?
When she pled guilty.
Ashleigh Webster is the host of the podcast and the ABC series, and she is dropping some new bombshells this week about a lengthy phone call that she had with Amanda in prison. Amanda had some news about her sketchy husband, Corey. Lots of listeners believe that he was in on the whole thing, though he was never charged. And she had a new deflection, Amanda, about where all the stolen money was spent.
Oh gosh, I don't even know where to start. So we had a 25-minute conversation. She told me that Corey and her are divorcing. We talked about Corey. Amanda said that a lot of the money that she raised through saying she had cancer actually was spent on Corey's divorce to Alita and child custody and child support for Jessa. Amanda got really upset at one point in the conversation about her children. It seemed very genuine. She was really crying and very, very upset, sobbing. She said she is sorry and she does want to take accountability, but she looked well. That was one thing that surprised me. She looks well, and she is still saying that she's got health problems. I honestly don't know what I think about that. I don't know. I honestly don't know whether that's true or not.
Just a short time ago, Ashleigh Webster, that host, joined me for a far-reaching conversation about these new Scamanda revelations and what she thinks Amanda is going to do next. Ashleigh, it is so good to have you on. I cannot believe that A, Amanda took a call from you, and B, spent 25 minutes on the phone with you. Were you shocked that she wanted to talk?
Oh, thanks, Ashleigh. Yes and no. I think I was so curious about what Amanda would think. Like, this was in the early days. Like, was she sorry? Like, why? And I think I had the same questions as any listener and viewer has, right? Like, I'm a human too, and it's interesting and curious to know what was behind this. And so I think that was a bit of a test. Like, would Amanda speak to me? And I did see if she wanted to speak and do an interview on both the podcast and on the TV docuseries. But she just said to me that she wanted to serve out her prison sentence and figure out what she was going to do, but wanted to speak to me, I suppose, to share with me some of her thoughts. And she was aware of everything that was going out publicly. And I approached her in what I would see a very neutral and fair way. I approached her after the sentencing, after she was sentenced, and said, look, this is who I am. This is what I'm thinking of doing. And then it progressed from there. So yes and no, to answer your question.
Well, it's riveting stuff. I mean, look, I'm a super fan, and I can't get enough of the story. So every morsel that you drop, I'm on it. And when I heard this big breaking bit of information about this Thursday night's episode, that Amanda and Corey are divorcing, I had to do a double take. What did she tell you?
Yeah, I think, again, it's this like, well, what about Corey? What about this kind of fascination now of like how this story progresses? Like, what's Amanda's life going to look like? And then obviously everybody questions Corey. That's one of the biggest questions. And so, yeah, we found out that Amanda and Corey was divorcing. Corey actually filed for the divorce, and that's something that they're going through the process right now. Amanda's talked to me a little bit about it, and she's also said that for her, she regrets everything that she's done every day. This is what she's told me. It's up to you all to decide or believe what you want to believe, and that she's sorry. And I think it was so important for me and for all of us to really hear what Amanda said. Like, because I think it helps teach us about these kind of crimes and also psychological manipulation and betrayals, which I don't know about you, Ashleigh, and everyone. I've definitely experienced that in my own life. And, was Amanda sorry or not? Did she believe what she's done is wrong? Did she actually believe what she's done? Or was she going to victimize herself? And then, yeah, she's told me about the fact that they're divorcing, and that's currently in process at the moment. And I think, that may be a surprise from people. They're going to go their separate ways and see what life brings for both of them.
I love that you bring your personal story. I mean, you have to listen deep into the bonus content to know about this personal story of yours that, you were homeless twice. You were abused by your running coach. And so you have this deep empathy for the victims of the psychological abuse, the people who fell victim to her. And I wonder, as I say those words, I wonder if you felt like you were being sucked in by her, because we know she's so good at it. Did you feel for a moment like, oh, here we go, I'm starting to be a believer?
That is such a good question and such a good point. And thank you also for talking a bit about myself, because I think, I'm a journalist, I'm neutral, but at the same time, I've lived a life. Like, I've lived a life, and I understand deep pain, and I understand trauma. And I was also raised in an environment where narcissistic behavior was central to it. So I can see a deeper side, I suppose, to this, rather than, oh, this woman faked cancer and she took some money. To me, that's not the story at all. And so I really wanted to make sure that the victims of Amanda got a voice, especially like Jessa, her bonus daughter, who she calls her bonus daughter, it's her stepdaughter, to make sure that's portrayed in the podcast. And Jessa chose not to speak in the docuseries because she felt like her story was already out there and her mental health is so important. But then as to Amanda, when I speak to Amanda, I hear Jessa's voice. I hear all the other people on the documentary, Rebecca, who was her longtime friend and her biggest financial donor. And I hear them because I've spent so much time with these people. You don't just sit and interview them and then you're like, oh, I'll see you later. I spend so much time really understanding how this happens, and hopefully that comes across in my work. And so then when I speak to Amanda, I keep their voices in my head to just make sure that I'm checking myself all the time. And I think the thing is I know the facts and I have so much information. So it would be very hard for Amanda to lie to me, because she knows that I can cross-check everything, and she knows that if she lies, then I'm going to know she's lying. So I think we've built this very unusual trust, maybe, between us, because I'm not going to sit here and say that she's a monster. But it's for me to tell the story and give voice to people.
Sure.
But yeah, it's something I definitely thought about. I definitely thought, is she manipulating me? And I really, really like cross-checked my own thoughts and my own behavior. But I understand psychology and I understand manipulative behavior to a T, and trauma. So I'm really experienced in it.
You know what I got to ask you? I know you're tight on time, but there's this one soundbite of a woman, an interview that you do, and she's asked, well, when did you finally kind of, clue in and realize that you were being scammed? And she said not until she pleaded guilty. And there was so much information available about what a scam artist Amanda was. The question I have for you is, she's getting out in December of this year. Do you think she's just going to keep on doing it?
To me, she has, she said to me that she's accountable, that she has lied, that she has done what she's done. So does that mean that because she has recognized what she's done and she's told me anyway, then is she going to do it again? Well, she knows what she's done, so maybe not. And then the other thing is, you made a great point. I made this podcast, which blew up and went viral. Then we've made a TV show, which is going everywhere. It's very hard now, I think, for Amanda to do it again. And I think the public opinion has made Amanda probably also realize the gravity of what she's done, because it's not just about the victims that we showcase in the TV docuseries. It's about every person that's experienced cancer, that's struggling every day, that's lost people to cancer. That's what it also represents. It's so much bigger.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm glad that we're doing this interview. I'm glad that we're putting it out in as many platforms as possible. This is what she looks like. This is her name. This is her history. Beware of your wallet. Oh, Charlie Webster, it's so good to talk to you. I could talk to you for hours. And I wish I had on my podcast, because you're just so delightful. Thanks for doing this. Good luck with the finale. Let me just say, it is on Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern on ABC. It streams the next day on Hulu. It's called Scamanda. There's the picture. Don't miss it. Trust me, don't miss it. Charlie Webster, thank you.
Thank you for having me. Really great to talk to you.